I don't play for money. Never have, never cared for it, to be honest with you. Yeah, would give it up just to play this game. So I yeah. So I allow that to the business people to say what it's worth, what they're supposed to give a quarterback of my play, a person of my play, leader of my play, I guess you can say. And for me, it's about, as I said, control. I can control and handle that part, and the rest will take care of itself.
Yo, JB the Cowboy fan, and yes, sir, I'm back with another one. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Shout out to my subscribers. Yes, sir, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my new subscribers. Yes, sir, I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Ooh, boy, September 4th, Thursday night getting here pretty quick. Yeah. But man, I wanna get into this video, man, about see, it's still a lot of bullshit, misinformation to me that's going out about Jerry Jones and how this deal was done as far as Micah getting traded, man. And I'm not feeling it that everything is Jerry's fault and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I went live about this the other day, kind of talked about it, but it was still more people just, you know what I'm saying, slandering Jerry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get into a clip. We had got down TJ Houshmandzadeh, which I really don't his perspective on shit. I don't even rock with too tough. You know what I'm saying? Then we had Plaxico Burrs and LeVar Harrington. I guess they got a show. But my point is, it's just the shit they talk about, bro. It's not even really facts. And it seems to me they coming from a player's perspective, and I can get it from them being the players. But my thing is, when you got players that want to reset the market and they're a little delusional about how good they really are trying to reset the market, that hurts the team. So what about the fans? When we rooting to have a good team, you know what I'm saying, to watch play on the field, when you get contract negotiations like this, you know what I'm saying? How does that affect the fans? Yeah, I get the players and they gotta have a livelihood and all that, but I've seen players, specifically quarterbacks, who's taking longer deals for the betterment of their team. Man, let's get into this clip real quick, man. Oh shit!
Gonna do
About
this, Micah Parsons.
yeah,
We'll talk about your boy.
that's the whole hour right there. Like,
I mean, it
what?
does have the whole hour kind of queued up to talk about it because it's a lot to talk about. You talked about Plex when you were talking about G, just the hard work being rewarded. Jerry Jones proved that to be maybe not so accurate. I mean, the Green Bay Packers swooped in and they proved that hard work and doing it the right way does matter.
What right way did this guy do it? Jerry offered this guy plenty of well, I won't say plenty, but we know Jerry has offered this guy at least not two contracts, but two different deals. I gotta say he had at least gave this guy two different deals since March. Because they starting off already, bro.
But for Jerry Jones, it didn't seem to be the case here. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe this turned personal. He didn't want to do the guarantees. He didn't want to be the one owner that was had and had to deal with that David Mulugeta effect that seemingly he is spanking cats out here.
False. And even hold on, let me play that.
With doing contracts that are legendary.
Let me go back.
That was had and had to deal with that David Mulugeta effect that seemingly he is spanking cats out here with doing contracts that are legendary contracts, and to allow Micah Parsons to leave based upon what I believe is purely an ego-driven move. It's
see, why they not talking about the ego with the agents? Because Michael was offered deals, bro. I'm not sure what LeVar Harrington talking about here. Bro.
It's a head scratcher, but I'm gonna turn it over to you guys and see what you guys have to say about it. How did you guys feel? How did you react to it when the news came down that he was indeed being traded?
Man, this guy was offered to be the highest paid, damn near the highest paid DN and damn near with over 6 other quarterbacks. Just under 6 quarterbacks, he would have been the highest above the rest of the quarterbacks that's down there. This is the type of deal Jerry offered this guy. But it was just something already behind closed doors about this guy, how he really felt about the Dallas Cowboys.
To the Green Bay Packers.
Man, if we can use, I'm going to just start using different adjectives and terms. It was complete malpractice, if you ask me.
Dang.
Like, it really is. The NFL, this is what it's based on, and this is what it's about. And I'm putting myself in the chair of a general manager, a guy that's running a team, a guy that has proven myself and I can draft who I want to draft. Our goal is to draft a guy high in the first round, and it should be a badge of honor to pay him because I'm drafting the right guy. He's developing the right way. That shows that I'm doing a hell of a job at my job. We gonna draft a guy. He's on a trajectory to be in the Hall of Fame. 12 sacks every year since he's.
Man, how is he on a trajectory to be on the Hall of Fame, bro? As just a pass rusher with no Super Bowls? As just a straight up pass rusher, he's on his way to the Hall of Fame with no Super Bowl. See, this is the thing that got Micah Parsons thinking, you know what I'm saying, they was contributing. I mean, they were saying when he was first coming out that he was Lawrence Taylor, generational talent. I think, man, people been fed a lie, man, really not looking at his totality. Now, because some of it could have been on the coach because people say he was playing out of position. He should have been playing linebacker. But maybe he wasn't that good at linebacker. Maybe he had a few games, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, he didn't just stand 10 toes down and say, I'm playing linebacker either, though. So he went to DN. To me, he went to DN to make more money. I'm not sure what this grieving was about. Because he was labeled a linebacker, but he played DN, so he should have got more money. I might got that confused or something, but what was the problem with him standing 10 toes down and wanting to be a linebacker? He was better suited to play a linebacker, which to me it seemed like overall, one thing he might have a flaw with is might be coverage if he playing a linebacker position. But other than that, he can get out of a running back coming out of the flat. He can rush the passer from that 3-4 type of defense. But him playing linebacker in 4-3, I don't know, because to me, he could play a little off in the 3-4. In the 4-3, because he can move up and down in the 3-4. He can play close to the line of scrimmage. He can play off. He can play kind of like in the flat a little off. In the 3-4, because you got 4 linebackers. But in the 4-3, and we're going to see, bro.
He's been in the league, and last year he missed, I believe, a handful of games. And then we trade him because we don't want to pay him?
That's a lie. That's a lie. See? It wasn't the fact that they didn't want to pay him. They offered him deal, but this guy wanted to be the highest paid, $47 million per. How does that look out for the team? So we're going to put all our resources in 3 players? And to be honest, none of them won a Super Bowl or been to an NFC Championship game. So we're going to put all our money in 3 players and expect to go deep somewhere? They didn't want to pay him? That's a lie. And that's the shit I'm talking about, bro. These dudes, I know they played in the NFL, but they can still come up there and have their own narrative, their own biases. Especially most of them speaking from a player's perspective. I get it from the player, but when you look at it from a fan's perspective and want your team to win, you got to have the winning mindset of a Jalen Hurts when you're dealing with contracts, when you negotiate your contracts.
You didn't learn from Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. Man, I paid these guys a lot more than I would have had to pay them if I would have just paid them a little sooner.
See,
so now you're going
that shit right there too. Why didn't Jerry pay him sooner? Why didn't Jerry pay? It was a lot of things going on with Dak getting his contract done with his allegedly SA charge, and he was going to court with. Jerry offered them deals early, you know what I'm saying, throughout the offseason. But you got to realize the player got to agree to some shit too. And if they keep going to want to go do what they want to do, and then they fuck up the cap, Dak Prescott right now, $50.5 million against our cap this season versus Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith at $46.9 million. So what the fuck you talking about, TJ? That shit don't make sense for us to sign this guy that much money. Just because he's supposed to be some so-called Hall of Famer, generational talent, which he haven't showed on the field. 1 sack in 4 playoff games, and it's a generational talent that we should overpay and have our cap in hell for another 6, 7. Man, are you kidding me? That shit don't make sense.
try to kick the can back another year and have Micah play on his 5th-year option. They played that game again, that game of blink. Who gonna blink first? They thought Micah was gonna cave in and blink. He didn't. And you trading for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. Those first-round picks are gonna be 27 to 32.
So what that mean? That mean we can't move, we can't finagle those picks. And how can you guarantee that's what they're gonna be? 25 and 26, 27. One of them might. I ain't gonna take nothing from Green Bay, but you just never know. And that don't mean you can't finagle some of them picks. We get 2 first rounders this drive and 2 first rounders next drive. And you know what I mean? That's 4 first round picks in 2 seasons, bro. Excuse me. You don't think we can finagle those picks and do something with them? It ain't about where they at. We got them. Everybody want to shit on Kenny Clark, but the man played hurt last season, all 17 games. He went out there faking on a bum-ass foot. He still went out there and balled. Did the best he could because he figured out he want to help the team. He didn't want to sit out. Played through a whole injury, so you can't. And then y'all like to go back to Dak's 23 season. We could go back to Kenny Clark's 23 season, and Dak Prescott is older than Kenny Clark, and he's more injury prone. So don't try to throw shade on us getting Kenny Clark talking about he old. Well, Dak is old, but y'all still think he could do it. He had Kenny Clark had the same season that y'all claiming Dak had in 2023 because he had 7 sacks in 2023. The man was balling at D tackle, 1 tech or 3 tech, wherever you want to play him at. But see, that's the bullshit narrative they want to put out there, act like the Cowboys didn't we did good with this, bro. This is about the future. Here now and in the future, but shit, mostly, man, you know what we could do with those picks? Are you kidding me? Just because they might be at 25 or 26, that don't mean they got to stay there. That don't mean we got to use it for at that particular time in the drive. Shit, we could finagle something this season with them picks. Are you kidding me?
The Packers are going far and far every year as long as Micah Parsons is on that team and hurt, and he's not hurt, and Jordan Love is not hurt, and he's playing. They're going. So you gave up Micah Parsons, a generational on his way to the Hall of Fame pass rusher for Kenny Clark in two.
Hey y'all, but watch how this dude switch it up real quick. Watch how he switched his shit up. All that bullshit he said, but watch this.
Late first round picks. What could you have gotten if you just opened up the bid prior to the draft? Somebody that could help you. Oh, we're building for the future. Micah Parsons is the future. He's 26 years old.
He is the future.
Like, dude,
Crazy.
What do
are you trying to gaslight us? Are you gaslighting us?
That's called rage baiting. That's a rage bait statement.
I just don't understand. They say quarterback is the most important position on the field. The next most important position is one or two guys, the receiver or the guy that can get to the quarterback. And you trade this guy. I just don't understand. But I will say this. And I could be wrong. When Micah Parsons is our age, he's going to wish he was a career Cowboy. I will say that. We don't look and think about those things when we're in it.
Why you say that? Why you think that?
Because I just look at the former Cowboys, and it's really two of them. I look Mike Irvin, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, them are too big, but a lot of Cowboys have benefited their lives after retiring from the Cowboys, bro. And players now that play on the Cowboys benefited just like Micah Parsons did, just like Dak Prescott is. A lot of players, you know what I'm saying? Then Jalen Smith get a sunglasses deal with Jerry and some shit. So I get it. Players want to make their money. I get you. But is it about winning though? Is it about winning with Micah Parsons? Is it about winning with Dak Prescott? Because to me, them two examples show it's not about winning. I give Dak a little credit. He did show up from camp and everything when he was healthy during his contract negotiation. He wasn't goddamn laying on the training table and acting like a little bitch. I give him that credit, but still, I mean, if we want to compare the two, it's supposed to be their jobs when they under contract because Micah Parsons was still on the contract. I guess Dak knew how to play he do. Dak know how to play that political game, but I give him credit on that, bro. He know how to play that political game. Put on that political game face for some of these Dak Slurpees and some of these, you know what I'm saying, real diehard Cowboy fans that might be a little bit delusional about that. But yeah, he play a hellified political game.
Man, you would think they still play for the Cowboys the way they're around the Cowboys, the way Jerry Jones treats them.
And what Michael just said.
I don't see any other team treat their players that way. And so I believe when he's our age, because the Packers don't have an owner. I just feel like, yeah, you got your money. He'll sit back and reflect. And it's not going to be regret. It's just going to be like, I wish I could have played my. Because that's special the way Mike Irvin can kind of move around the Cowboys like he's still a player. That doesn't happen everywhere.
He could do that here.
It doesn't.
He could do that here. He could do that in state college.
That's different. That's different.
I don't think
it's different because that's a college program. It's just a different vibe.
VAR, that's different. That's college, bro. That ain't nothing at Penn State. What y'all been known for at Penn State? With Sandusky? Man, please. You going back to your college days. I don't know what you know what I'm saying? Disappointed about your NFL days, but you going back to college, boy. This NFL, this the pros. This, man, please. Don't you know how much recognition you get? You know what I'm saying? Being a Cowboy, being a former Cowboy in your retired years. No, you can't compare that to being at Penn State, bro, or no college shit. I get it. You know, some colleges are historical for that, but it might be over some NFL teams, but not the Dallas Cowboys.
feel.
I'm sorry,
You
dude.
get a lot. I get everything done in my life that I get done because I'm a Penn State Nittany Lion, not because I was
Well, that's
Washington.
different,
I mean,
bro.
but you love your school. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
But
you love it.
that's
our,
I
our
tell
community loves. They love us. You want to know why? Like, bro, y'all been around me. Y'all know me. Like, I'm a loyal dude. Like, I'm a if I love you type of dude, and I'm gonna give you all I got. But that comes with a price. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not an easy person. That comes with a price. So I'm just saying
This
the
dude want
way
to talk
that
about loyalty. He want to talk about loyalty. Just listen to Lil Wayne talk about how, you know what I'm saying, Micah Parsons really felt about Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, because I played this clip in my live, but to me, I want to play it again because it sheds light on really how this negotiations went down, because Michael was the one that initiated trade talks. He initiated wanting to be traded. So to me, it's clear that Jerry wanted him on the team. Jerry didn't want to trade him, but it was more Micah Parsons doing in this shit. To me, that's what I'm thinking. Let me play the clip.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful for real. I have something personal about it, a personal opinion about it, and a personal reason why I'm not too surprised about it. I'd like to label it. It's shockingly beautiful.
Okay.
I like.
What is it? Can you expand on the personal reason you're not that surprised by it?
Because I remember when Michael was at my house once a few years ago. I was as soon as he got to the crib, I greeted him. I started talking about Jerry. And I made a comment about something like, you his son, you the golden son, you the golden child. He stopped me right there. Like, nah. I ain't. It was like, nah, we don't. Me and Jerry, I ain't one of those type of cowboys. And I was like, what you mean? I was like, nah, Jerry, like, you could go out there and blow the world.
He ain't one of those type of cowboys. So this been his attitude. Lil Wayne said this was a few years ago, so I'm gonna say it was about a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago. You feel me? I guess this was around his when they first wanted to negotiate. I'm thinking, but still, bro, this says a lot of light on it for me about what Micah Parsons' head was, because you see how he reacted. Didn't want to show up with his jersey on at the preseason game, all his antics and shit. Come on, man.
World up and still go come right back on the team. That's your space. Like, yeah, our relationship it ain't like that. When that always stuck with me. That stuck out to me.
Wow. And here you got some of these folks talking shit about this Jerry Jones, when ultimately, to me, it's been goddamn Micah Parsons. It's been that guy.
community loves on us. We all have the opportunity and the ability to be able to be embraced by it the way I am. I just lean into it because I'm just loyal that way. Like, we bang together, and we've been through some y'all remember them dark age times, stuff that was going on, we get stuff like that. We had to stick together, you know what I mean? People was coming before us. We had to stick together. We just got closer. I'm saying they love Micah Parsons. They love our players like that here.
Yeah.
I'm not going down that lane. I'm not getting carried away with that as a player that's formerly, of the game, sitting there like, man, I wish I could go back to Dallas and this, that, and the other. I'm coming back to State College. I don't even.
Dude, but that's you. That's you. That's your personal experience and opinions and what you went through. But we're talking about an NFL franchise that ain't too many NFL franchises you're going to be treated at the retirement when you with the Cowboys, bro. So you might compare that to other colleges and maybe a few NFL teams, but not the Dallas Cowboys, bro. It's different. It's totally different.
Acknowledge my pro career. So he got 47 reasons yearly to remember why
but
it didn't even matter to have that
also,
relationship
I'm sorry,
with
Plex,
Dallas.
I know you want to go. You say you don't acknowledge your pro career. Your pro career was somewhat cut short because of the injuries. Micah is on his way to the Hall of Fame.
True.
And so when you say that, it's
but
Micah
look
can go
at
back to state college,
but
but he
look
can
at
go back to his professional team, and they're gonna treat him like he is a Michael Irvin because he's on his way
it's
towards
the
that.
exposure that guys get these days that's way different than what we had when we were playing, though. Like, yeah, if I was on the way to a Hall of Fame career, would things have been different? Maybe. I don't know. I was on the way to a Hall of Fame career. I mean, I wasn't doing bad. I hit 3 consecutive Pro Bowls. I was an all-pro, but it didn't feel the same. And this is one of them confirmation moments. Like, college is pure. And I mean, maybe the NIL may change that and it may become something different, but the pros is business, man.
Yeah, it's business. I think LeVar, man, he ain't go far with the Redskins. He was a good linebacker. I give him credit on that. I ain't gonna take that away from him, but they ain't really accomplished nothing. So that's why I think he pissed off about the NFL.
They treat it like business, and it's sad because they forced the fans to treat it like business as well. Micah Parsons didn't want to leave Dallas. Micah Parsons should be in a situation where he
didn't want to leave Dallas. Are you kidding me? He never really wanted to. Honestly, I don't know where this is coming from. He said he wanted to be a Cowboy for life, right? That's what he said. I don't know, man, if he was really truly serious about that, bro, because it seemed to me, I mean, his attitude towards Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, from what Lil Wayne was saying, was he was like, he ain't like that. He said we ain't like that. They not cool like that. He's not. Micah Parsons said he's not one of those Cowboys. Are you kidding me? He's saying he's not one of those Cowboys. One of what Cowboys, Micah Parsons? Huh? One of what Cowboy? I want to know.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful for real. I have something personal about it, a personal opinion about it, and a personal reason why I'm not too surprised about it. I'd like to label it. It's shockingly beautiful.
Okay.
I like.
What is it? Can you expand on the personal reason you're not that surprised by it?
Because I remember Michael was at my house once a few years ago. I was as soon as he got to the crib, I greeted him. I started talking about Jerry. And I made a comment about something like, you his son, you the golden son, you the golden child. He stopped me right there. Like, nah. I ain't. It was like, nah, we don't. Me and Jerry, I ain't one of those type of Cowboys. And I was like, what you mean? I was like, nah, you know, Jerry, like you could go out there and blow the world up and still go come right back on the team. That's your spot. Like, yeah, our relationship it ain't like that. When that always
like
stuck
that.
with me. That stuck out to me.
It ain't like that. That's what he said. It ain't like that. Who really wanted to be out of Dallas? Who really wanted to be traded? Who really wanted to be out of there? Who really was feeling the Cowboys? And y'all expect Jerry to get his dude 47 mil per? Let's listen to what
work through what we're talking about right now, whether he finished as a Dallas Cowboy or had to go somewhere Dallas Cowboys. He's his intelligence, idiotic decision to make that a reality. And I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my goddamn chest. You know what I mean? Plex, how you feel about it, man? What's your take on what took place with this Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones deal that what happened?
Man, when I initially heard the news, man, it was just so much to unpack, and I was just saying to myself, from my organizational standpoint, I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, remember we was on the show a couple weeks ago and I said to y'all, there's a great possibility that Micah Parsons has played his last game as a Dallas Cowboy because it never should have went this far. And I said it was personal. Pride, and it was personal because Jerry Jones had never, had a.
See, they keep saying it was personal on Jerry's side, but they're not saying it's personal on Micah Parsons' side. Okay, they're saying personal. I don't know. They keep saying Jerry though. That's all I'm hearing. Jerry made it personal. Jerry got in his feelings. Jerry was mad. Jerry this. But goddamn, Lil Wayne said, Micah Parsons said, we ain't like that. This was a couple years ago. He said a few. Micah Parsons said he not one of them Cowboys. But y'all want to put it all on Jerry, like he was in his feelings and it was personal for it was personal for Micah Parsons because it seems like he really didn't even want to play for the Cowboys. Like he was lying the whole time.
An encounter with the player of Michael Parsons' intelligence. He knows exactly what the numbers are and knows exactly what he should be paid. And Jerry Jones is basically saying, listen, I know what you're worth, but you're not going to tell me when to pay you and what to pay you. So I kind of think that when that whole...
Yeah, he know what he worth. Jerry Jones offered him to be the highest paid defensive end over TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, the two tops. Guaranteed. What, 40.5, 41 or some shit like that? But he would have had more guaranteed money than both of those guys. Ain't that what they trying to do it for? Guaranteed? To get the most money up front? But it was a 5-year deal. And he wanted a 4-year deal. But even in the 5-year deal, he still would have been the highest paid guaranteed money over those guys. But I think with the agent looking at the collective bargaining agreement, how they're saying with all these deals with these other TV networks and said that the salary cap going to go up, so that means there's going to be more money. So what are they playing this game for? They playing the game to get more money out of the teams, or should they be playing the game to make their teams better, to sign better deals that'll help the team succeed and win championships? There was plenty of quarterbacks, and specifically Jalen Hurts, man. I'm sorry, I got to use him as an example. He told his agent, Miss Lynn, her and her female group agency. Jalen Hurts said, don't fuck up the cap, and I want my players. That's what he got. They won Super Bowl. Come on, bro. Come on.
beef was going back and forth. Jerry Jones was not going to give Micah Parsons the personal gratification in front of the world to basically say, I won. So that's how this whole thing ended up with him going to Green Bay, because Micah Parsons is supposed to be a cornerstone of your franchise. He's never supposed to leave.
Micah Parsons initiated the trade. He said he wanted to be traded. He said he wanted to be out of Dallas. He went and wiped all the Cowboy shit off his social media. He went talking on his podcast bullshit about the Cowboys or whatever. He the one showing up the preseason games, lackluster, goddamn, don't want to wear the jersey, lying on the training table. That was Micah. Why y'all ain't talking about that shit?
The Dallas Cowboys. And now he ends up in Green Bay. And it changes the division for everybody defensively. So if you're Dallas Cowboys, you're ranked 29th in the NFL in rush defense with the Micah Parsons. What do you think you're going to be this year? And they're going to open up.
So that automatically think we're going to be goddamn sorry? If we were 29 with him, what do you think goddamn Green Bay Packers defense going to be with him and stopping the run? What do you think their defense is going to be at with stopping the run without Kenny Clark and with Micah Parsons? If you say we was 29th with him and we're going to be worse without him, so what do you think they're going to be with him if we were 29th with him? Come on, bro.
Up against Philadelphia, and where Micah Parsons was playing at, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to run the ball to the right side and they're going to run it down their throat just to prove
How you know that? How you know that? How do you know that? Micah Parsons wasn't no type of Run a stopper in the beginning. It might not even get to the outside when we got Kenny Clark up the middle, clogging that hole, bro. Man, I don't know what it is they think about this guy that he's just so great that we're just gonna fall off without him. I don't even see it, bro. Because when we had him, he didn't produce. So what are you saying? One sack in 4 playoff games, and you talking about generational talent, Hall of Fame player? You must be kidding me, Playboy. I don't see none of that in this guy. Man, y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this shit right here, bro. Because I'm totally behind Jerry with this. This was a big deal for us. Getting rid of that drama queen, wannabe podcast Parsons. That's what I used to call him. Go check out my videos about this guy. Podcast Parsons. To me, he hurt the team just by doing that shit right there. I was like, man, no. Not feeling it with this guy. But yo, this is JB the Cowboy fan. I appreciate y'all for listening to me. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go, Cowboys.
I'm glad. I will tell you this. If there's a human breathing that I've ever met that I'm proud that took advantage of me financially, I'm proud it's the one sitting to the right.
I don't play for money. Never have, never cared for it, to be honest with you.